You ready? Is that a good view? Can you see us okay? Say hi! Hey guys! Welcome to my 8-month update for Cal. I cannot believe you're 8 months old. Can you wave, Cal? Can you wave to them? He just learned how to wave, and he doesn't do it all the time though, but sometimes he will like wave his whole arm. Can you do it? Especially if we're saying goodnight to him, he will do that. So he kind of started to wave. He is still loving his Wubba pacifiers. In fact, I just ordered another one. We had 3 and we ended up losing one. So 3 seems like the magic number because I feel like when we have 3, I always can find one easily and I have enough, but 2, I've realized like I think we need at least 3. So I got a blue octopus one on Amazon. I'm excited for that. We actually just got back from the doctor today and he weighs 16 pounds and 14 ounces. So he's right on the brink of 17 pounds. He was 17 pounds yesterday when I weighed him. And I was totally freaking out because he's been 16 pounds since like 5 months old. So I thought that he, you know, in the beginning he was gaining 1 or 2 pounds each month, and then at 5 months he totally stopped and he stayed at 16 pounds now for 3 months. And the doctor said that that was totally fine. They actually start, instead of gaining 1 pound a month, after 6 months they start to gain like half a pound a month. So he's still right on track. And the reason we went to the doctor today was because in my last update I told you guys all about his bronchitis and wheezing, and I don't remember if I told you about an ear infection or not. He didn't have one that last time, but he had one earlier, like maybe 4 months old or something. So we took him to urgent care a few weeks ago because he was acting up again and he was getting a fever and everything. Acting up. He was just being like a little fussy. But he was getting a fever again, so we took him to urgent care because it was a Saturday, and they checked his ears and he had an ear infection again. So he got amoxicillin, and as soon as he was done with it, the 10-day dosage, a few days later it came back. So this weekend it seemed to come back, like he was kind of doing that again, and he was just being a little extra fussy, and he had a temperature. It wasn't too bad. I think the highest it was like maybe 101, maybe. So it wasn't like last time where it was like the high 102 fever. So I went ahead and just scheduled to have him seen today, and she checked his ears and he still had the ear infection. She said it probably didn't come back. It probably just didn't go away. So they put him on something a little bit stronger, antibiotic. I can't remember what it's called. So I'm hoping that that will help really just knock this out. She also said if he has like 3 or 4 within a year, then they have to go to ENT, which I'm not really sure what that means, but basically they want to know if maybe he has like, maybe he has their eardrums or their ear canals just lay differently in each person, and I was very prone to ear infections when I was little. In fact, I had my eardrum bursted at one point when I was little. So it's also genetic, you know, how your ear canal is like aligned and stuff as far as fluid getting caught in there. So he might have to, you know, have some more measures taken and get checked out a little bit further if he continues to have them. I think this one would be his second one in his life because she counted this one as the same as the one he just got over. So he's had 2. So I think he's okay, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did have issues with his ear canals. But everything else has been going good. He's been healthy otherwise. he loves toys now. Like I can just get a basket of toys and lay it down next to him and he'll just flip it open and he'll just start grabbing things, chewing on things, like holding things, examining them. Like he can really entertain himself with toys, so that's super exciting. And it was perfect timing that my mom joined Discovery Toy Company, so now we have lots of fun toys to play with. He's such a screamer. He screams all the time out of pure joy. He just will squeal and scream and talk, and it's so cute. When I'm changing his diaper now, he flips all over the place. Like, he automatically flips over onto his belly while I'm changing him, which makes it really hard to change his diaper, so I have to flip him back over. And then he starts reaching for whatever clothing I have laid out for him. He'll try to grab it and start chewing on it, and eventually I end up just changing him on the floor because it's easier than trying to do it on the changing table. And he's been scooting and rolling. He's still not crawling, which I'm surprised. I thought, since he was so strong at such a young age, like he was rolling over so quickly and holding his head up so early, I thought that he'd be crawling early, but he's still not crawling. I mean, he loves to stand still, but he can scoot a little bit, and then he just like kind of rolls and reaches and rolls and reaches, and he ends up getting to whatever like toy he wanted or whatever thing he was looking at. He can always get to it, but he can't crawl to it. He's eating less often. We're still breastfeeding 100%, but he is, I mean, we've also added in solids, but he's not eating as often now, and he eats like 4 times a day, so in the morning, and then he eats before his first nap, which he only takes 1 nap a day. I try to do 2, but he just won't do it, and I mean, he won't. Like, he'll just cry in the crib, and I'll end up going and getting him. So I usually shoot for like a 12 o'clock nap and 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but if he doesn't, like right now, he was just down for a nap and he was just crying the whole time, so I went in and got him, and he's clearly wide awake. So if he doesn't go down for that 12 o'clock time, I usually try again at like 2 or 3. And so I feed him before his nap always, and then I usually feed him at like 4. And then I feed him right before he goes to bed, and he goes to bed now at 7. So around 6:30 we kind of start winding down, give him a bath if he needs a bath that day. I feed him usually either some frozen vegetables that I've already like pureed up for him, or I give him, if he had a pouch, usually he can't eat a full pouch in one sitting, so he'll have some for lunch, and then I put it back in the fridge, and then he'll have the rest for dinner. So he'll have some of his pouch, just like those little food pouches. We really like those right now. And then he goes to bed at like 7, a little after 7, and he's really good now about sleeping. I feed him, and then sometimes I'll read him a story if he's not fully like tired yet, but sometimes he's really tired, and I just put him right in his crib, in his sleep sack with his passy, and he won't make another peep usually. And sometimes he'll wake up randomly and cry a little bit throughout the night, but nothing that lasts for more than a minute. Like, it's just real little. And then in the morning, he's usually waking up at like 6:30 or 7 in the morning, and I will feed him, and I try to go back to sleep because I'm just not a morning person. Like, even 7 o'clock, I'm like, can we just sleep a little bit longer? So I usually try to sleep with him in my bed a little bit longer after 7, but it never really works. Like, he'll end up just like crying or talking and babbling, or like kicking me, like doing things, and like I can't go back to sleep, and then I just wasted 45 minutes laying there when I could have already just been up with the day. So that's kind of our routine. We're still doing the daycare in the morning at the gym so that I can get a workout in every day, and he goes over there, and it's really nice. They take such good care of him. They've been watching him now for like 4 months, so they kind of, you know, they know all of his behavior, and they know like he's been getting teeth, and like it's just really nice to have them where they know who he is and they know what he likes to do, and they're almost always holding him anyways. They rarely even put him down. They're always holding him, but when he does get put down, he's pretty happy playing with their toys and stuff. He's been super curious. Like if we go out shopping, it's like he has to just look around at everything. He loves to ride in the shopping cart seat now. I usually still put the cover on because it's a little bit more comfortable. I don't think it would be comfortable to sit on that like hard metal. So I always put the shopping cart cover on, and he will just like look around for the entire time. Like I can shop for like 3 hours because if I go to a couple stores that are right next to each other, we can just shop the whole day, and like he doesn't get fussy. He enjoys himself. And I've also been doing bottles a little bit more often because going out like to restaurants, like I said before, it's getting harder to breastfeed in public because he's so curious that he can't really focus on eating. He wants to just look around instead. So the pouches and like the rice husks have been really helpful in, you know, going out to eat and stuff because I can kind of distract him with that. But I've also been taking along a little brick of frozen breast milk and giving him his bottle, especially even if we're out shopping. I've kind of done it too, and he can kind of drink that, and so I don't have to like stop and feed him. He can't hold the bottles though on his own yet, so I'll show you. I got something that hopefully will help. But yeah, he hasn't been able to hold the bottles, and I think it's because he's not used to it. He's, you know, he doesn't have a whole lot of bottles. I mostly just breastfeed. So what I did get, well, I got this. So I got a bunch of sippy cups because I saw some other people around his age starting to introduce these. So I kind of wanted to, first summer, I want him to be able to have water and be able to drink it if he wants it, and then also a little drink that I'll show you in a second. So I got this Munchkin latch, which looks exactly like our bottle that we have, and the top is a sippy cup shape, but it's still like the same material as a bottle. It's still like silicone. So I thought that would be an easy introduction, and I bought it also because it came with this little handle. And this handle, shoot, my battery's gonna die. Okay, I'm gonna try to hurry. This handle can be put on the bottle as well. So hopefully this will help him be able to hold it and drink it. But I can put it on here. Tried this, he didn't like it. And then I also got this one. He couldn't figure this out either, but he'll be able to figure these out once he gets a little bit older, so I'm not worried about it. Then I got the weighted, it's got a weight so it doesn't tip, and it's got a straw. So I thought this one would be a fun way to introduce him to a straw. And it's got the handles. And then I went back and bought this one today because a lot of people, I did a Snapchat and asked people, and everyone had something good to say about each one. So I'm like, well, I'll just buy one of each and we'll try them all. So this is the spoutless one. I think he will like this one because he actually drinks out of my cups. Sometimes I'll give him some water. So he might actually like this one. I thought it'd be confusing to him, but we're gonna try that. I also got some Gerber yogurt blends for him to try, some baby yogurt. And then I got these Gerber banana yogurt and fruit juice. And so these are little drinks. And I thought it would be fun to put in one of these little sippy cups, and he can kind of try something different that's not milk to drink. So it's full of, you know, good stuff in there. So I think that's everything. Is there anything else we want to say about you being 8 months old? I don't think so. So that's everything. Let me know your guys' recommendations or anything for 8 months old. And thanks so much for watching and tuning in, and we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.